Another Monday is upon us and we have another slew of events in Marvel Strike Force. So if you want to know how to best these events free to play just like me, then join me in this video. What is going on, everyone? I'm BPG and welcome back to the channel. If this is your first time here, I make at least 2 Marvel Strike Force videos every single week, usually based around the events within the game. However, sometimes I do get to sprinkle in other videos as well. So if you find the content in this video helpful, please do consider giving it a like. Subscribe to the channel and ring the notification bell so you don't miss any other BPG uploads. And if you're new around here or not, you know what to do. Put a comment down below. I love to speak to each and every single one of you. And we have an absolutely awesome community growing here on the BPG channel. All right, so first up, let's have a recap of the first week of Autumn Revolution, shall we? So on Friday, I said to you guys that if you followed all my math from the previous week, you would be sat at a grand total of 217,150 points, which would have got you to milestone 21. And just to prove that all this math does work, there you have it, everyone. 217,150 taken earlier on today in my game, exactly with the math that I've used. So, you know, tell your alliance mates, join me on this. We are crushing these events free to play, no problems at all. So what events are in store for Autumn Revolution week 2? We have Fall of the Mutants. This event has already started as of time of recording. It is a 7-day event, so it's going to finish on the 23rd of September at 2 p.m. PDT or 10 p.m. BST if you're like me in the UK. It also has an associated web milestone which has gone live, which is Sday, again running for the same period as Fall of the Mutants. We've also got an alliance event that has just started. The Dark Future week 2 has started, and I am happy to announce that there are no changes to this, so we'll go over that in just a second. This again is a 5-day event, so it is going to finish on the 21st of September at 2 p.m. PDT or 10 p.m. BST if you are like me in the UK. And Alpha Assault. This is the quick rumble on Friday. You're going to get extra points for winning blitz battles with Alpha Flight characters. This might be a little bit more of a slower quick rumble because the Alpha Flight characters as yet are not fully farmable. So not sure how many of you will have them all at 7 stars. And as I said, happy to announce that Dark Future has not changed at all. So your scoring methods for Dark Future are exactly the same as they were last week. Raiding with Sentinel, raiding with Nimrod, earning the milestone points from the Orcus raid node, earning the allied supply 6 orb fragments, and the playing raid battles. That is all exactly the same. So again, your reasonable free-to-play total without the milestone points from the Orcus raid nodes or raiding with Sentinel or raiding with Nimrod is 312,000. And your to-do list this week is to do at least 8 raid battles per day and collect your daily free claim for this event. And here we break it down. There's your 960 raid battles to hit your limit, which is your 192,000 points or 8 raid battles a day. The allied supply 6 orb fragments coming from the daily free claim, link to that is in the description down below, is 1,000 points. So that is going to give you 120,000 points for your alliance. And we are going to rush through this now. So the milestone points on the nodes have not changed from last week. We are getting 200 for a normal origin node, 1,000 for an origin boss node, 10,000 if you can complete the end boss node. The tech nodes are giving you 600 per normal node and 3,000 for the tech boss node. So it's 3 times the amount on the normal origin node. And we're getting a bonus, depending on what difficulty you're doing, of 200, 750 or 1,200 based on if you're doing difficulty 1, difficulty 2 or difficulty 3. The known points, including the points, including the total points from your nodes now. D0 will get you 828,000. D1, just over the 1 million mark. D2 and D3, well over the 1 million mark. D0 will get you, if you manage to go down, this is by also dogpiling the lanes. So if you're not doing that currently, you'll get even more points. But just by dogpiling the lanes for Mystic and Tech, D0 will get you to milestone 17. D1 will get you to milestone 19, and that's exactly what my alliance is doing and where we got to last week. D2 is milestone 20, and D3 is also milestone 20. And with that out of the way, let's get on to the events that have changed this week. Sday, this is the web milestone for the main event. In this, you're going to need to spend Sentinel scrap. They are coming from ISO 8 campaign nodes. Total Sentinel scraps that are available to us free to play without any real pushing is 28,000. And that gives us also 18,000 Sentinel cores, which are the month-long currency. And your to-do list to do this is to spend 74,000 Sentinel scraps. What are you going to be spending them on? Well, in the store, we have these Sentinel Forge orbs. If you are like me and you are an endgame player, this is the orb you want to be heading for right here. This Sentinel Forge orb. This contains a load of Crimson gear. Alternatively, you might want to also do the Sentinel Forge 2 orb, because this has the T2 level 5 ions if you are a bit struck for these T2 level 5 ions. If you're a bit earlier in the game, there are also orbs for you. There is the gear tier 18 orbs, the Sentinel Forge 3 orb, the gear tier 14 and 15 orbs, which is the Forge 4 orb, and last but not least, the T2 level 1 ion orb, which is the Forge 5 orb. Now, these I would say would be okay to open if you are a newer player to the game, but certainly if you are mid to end game, I would be certainly looking at either starting to stack up those Crimson orbs for their for later on if you're a mid game player, or if you're like me, to use as we are now going through DD7. And all those points in Sday move into Fall of the Mutant. And in Fall of the Mutants, there are only 3 scoring methods. Earning Sentinel scrap, this is coming from Isotope 8 campaign nodes. Raiding with Sentinel, and raiding with Nimrod. Our reasonable free to play total is 119,780. That is down slightly from Friday. That is because I had the estimated value of the shards, or the scrap to energy ratio at 10, and it's actually come out as 8 in game right now. This is why I do this video on a Monday always. And your to-do list is to spend 200 power cores on ISO 8 campaign energy daily. Well, it's not actually 200 cores, it's actually 150 cores daily, but we say 200 cores. Raid with Sentinel, you'll be able to do this because you will get Sentinel from this event, and to collect your daily free claim. And those 119,000 points do get you to milestone 15, which does get you the 100 Sentinel shards that are available. It is also giving you some more radioactive treats to spend, and some T3 ISO 8 credits, and some T3 L1 ions. All of this helping you get into those doors of Dark Dimension 8, which is open today. And to break this all down, we are going to get 28,000 points total from the web milestone. We're going to get 25,000 points for raiding with Sentinel. And the ISO 8 over time with that 8-to-1 ratio is going to give us 63,280 points. Our daily free claim is 500 Sentinel scraps. Now, we might get a little bit more than this over the weekend. They generally do give a little bit extra at the moment over the weekends, so your figure might vary by like a couple of thousand points possibly, but ultimately, this is where we should be. And last week, I had someone comment and say, please, could we do something based on a sort of minimum spend, or, you know, if you're saving your power cores for opening character orbs with the new character release strategy that Scopely are currently doing. So if you do the minimum, and this is what I would call the minimum, your reasonable free-to-play total will be 81,340. Your to-do list to get this is to spend 50 cores per day, plus your free ISO 8 energy refresh daily. So that's the equivalent of 100 cores worth of refreshes, but you're only spending 50 of those cores. And that is going to then unlock the web milestone for the extra energy that comes from that. And to go to the website and collect your daily free claim, that will get you to the event item, but it will not get you those extra 40 shards for Sentinel. So if you want those extra 40 shards for Sentinel, you are going to have to push your power cores into this event slightly. And now a few final thoughts. Now, this week's worth of events are very, very simple. It was a lot of copy pasting events. The event for Sentinel is actually the same event we had for Sasquatch. It was the camp treats one, exactly down to the ratio of 8:1. Congratulations, Boylon, for getting that one right. I want to mention something here, though, and this is going to be a bit of a conspiracy theory, but I don't think that Sentinel is the 30-day character that we have been promised by Scopely. I actually believe that Sentinel has come out now so that they can produce some content within the coming weeks, maybe next week. Who knows? We'll find out in the blog on Friday. But I believe there is going to be some content coming to the game soon that will have Orcus needed on the nodes. And when I say needed on the nodes, they're going to be named on the nodes. And also possibly another team named on those nodes. But most likely those nodes are going to be tuned towards having the Orcus members, and so they're doing this so that that content is available to you, just like Ryan Jacobson said. He's keeping good to his word there. If this is the case, that there is content on the way, you know, or if there's content coming, they will make sure that the event is there for the character unlock so we can, you know, participate in that content. And if it's not, they'll change the requirements on the nodes. So this, I think, is why we are getting Sentinel. I actually think Nimrod is going to be the 30-day character for Orcus. And the reason for that is if you take a look at the moment in game, I believe when his event went live in game, it was a 30-day event. And we're now showing under the 20-day mark. And I believe that he is the 30-day character. Who knows? We'll wait and see. That is just my sort of spitballing. Why don't you let me know what you think of this theory down below? Again, if this video has been helpful to you, please do consider giving it a like. And until next time, everyone, stay positive.